Bet. We can go ahead and get started. Family, make sure you have your mics muted. Make sure you have your mics muted. I'm gonna go ahead and just mute everybody. Okay, good afternoon, family. Appreciate y'all for hopping on this call this evening. We finna talk about how skills is gonna pay our bills for the rest of the year, right? So definitely thanking everybody for hopping on. It's gonna be a tremendous call. Definitely, if you have a notepad and a pen, you might want to get it out because we definitely gonna have you take notes on the information that you are about to get today, because it's about to be some information that is gonna actually help blow up your business. So I want to have everybody get out their pens, get out their notebooks, and turn on your cameras, because if y'all know me and y'all know when I host a call, if your camera is not on, I'm not starting until I see majority of the squad showing their faces, because I want to see y'all beautiful faces. I want to see y'all beautiful faces. Let me see those faces. CJ, I see you. Dewey, I see you. France, I see you. Who else? Bubba, I see you. I see you. Pam, I see you. It's kind of dark though, but I see you. What's good, family? All right, bet. So definitely love y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and get started and kickstart this Skills Pay the Bills call. Let me go ahead and share my screen. Today we're actually gonna be talking about building relationships. So my part is gonna be about building relationships. For those of y'all who don't know me, my name is Marche. I am a Platinum 2000 in this business. I've been in for about 1.5 years now, so I have a lot of experience with this opportunity and a lot of value to give to y'all and be able to share to y'all. If you don't have my number, before I finish talking, I will definitely make sure I drop it in the chat so that you are able to contact me if you need anything ever. So let's just go ahead and get started. Let me see. Hold on. Let me admit some people. Bet. We good now. Okay, so today we're talking about, like I said, building relationships. So in the chat, this is gonna be interactive. So in the chat, I want y'all to tell me what it takes to actually begin building a house. Because anything you do in life is like a house. So what does it take to actually begin building a house? Who can tell me what it takes to build a house? Like, yes. So a foundation, planning, like you actually have to have a foundation in order to build a house. Without the foundation, there is nothing that you can actually begin to build on. So pretty much, how does it become stronger? Like what do you think a house needs in order to withhold itself? Like in order for it to stay standing, like what is gonna help it to actually stay standing? Money. I mean, yeah, you gotta take, money's gonna buy the house, but like what's gonna actually hold the house up? Like what is on the outside of the house?
Bricks.
So in order to keep it strong and healthy and it not fall to pieces, we actually have to have bricks to actually keep it stronger. So y'all probably like, okay, what this gotta do anything with building relationships? So I'm gonna start with an actual quote. There are right people for your unique purpose, the right friends, the right partners, the right teammates, and the right spouse. Before you find that right person, you have to find your purpose. The right person is on the other side of the right purpose. So let me say that again. The right person is on the other side of the right person. So purpose. So what I mean by that, the quote came from Michael Todd. If y'all know anything about Transformation Church, I don't know if y'all watch Transformation Church or Michael Todd. It came from Relationship Goals book. But if you know anything about that, you have to understand that you have to know your purpose in building this business in order to understand how to find the right person. If you're not all about impacting people and changing someone's life, then your purpose in this is probably not right, which means when you're searching for people to join this opportunity, then you're not going to find the right people that you need in order to be in this family, because you are looking for the wrong thing. because you haven't found your purpose and you don't know what your role is in this opportunity, then you will not find the person or the people that you need to build the right relationships with. So with that being said, the key to this business is building relationships. So the purpose goes into finding the right people. Once you find the right people, you have to build a relationship with those people in order for it to be a real family and be real genuine with it. So how do you actually start with building relationships? It really actually starts from the prospecting point. So everybody, we always talk about prospecting in this business, right? So when you're prospecting, that is the initial moment, like the walk up. If you're out and about and you're prospecting people in person, the walk up. How are you approaching the people that you are walking up to? Are you like, what's good, bro? I got an opportunity for you to make some money. Like, ain't nobody gonna listen to that. They don't want to hear that. You gotta walk up to them with a purpose. And that's where your purpose comes back into play, because if you're true about your purpose, then you know that you're walking up and you're speaking with purpose. So walk up like you know what you're going to talk about. The initial DM. When you're DMing people, I always tell people, do not DM people saying you do Forex. Approach it like it is an actual business. People already know about Forex. And a lot of people are closed-minded about that. So if you're prospecting, then actually treat it like a business. I know Cam, shout out to Cam, he actually put me on to something new. Like, he actually reaches out to people and asks them if they want to be a brand ambassador. They're going to be trading Forex, but he's asking them, do you want to be a brand ambassador? Like, that's new, but it's actually a business format, because you got people actually thinking like, dang, if I'm going to be a brand ambassador, like, I'm working for a real business. So think about the way that you're actually DMing people. And also DM them with love. Like, when I send messages, if it's a girl, I send hearts and I send the queen emoji, like the crown, not the queen emoji, the crown. So think about how you're actually reaching out to people. Don't be dry. People want to see the love. People want to see that it's genuine. Nobody's going to join if you're actually just like throwing out like, hey, I do Forex. Would you like to join this opportunity to make some money with me? That's boring. And that's not helping anybody want to feel like they want to take a part of your opportunity that you're sharing with them. So do you look like you mean business? Your attire. If you're doing right now, we're not doing events, but if we're doing an event and you're inviting prospects to that event, don't come dressed in basketball shorts and a t-shirt and some slides. Like, dress like you mean business. So when your prospects come to the event, they know like, okay, like, they all dressed up, they got on heels, they got on, business attire. So they really feel like they're gonna take this opportunity and you serious at that moment, because you're dressed like you mean business. And how do you talk to people? Are you welcoming? Like I said, are you showing love? Inquire about their life. When you get on the phone with somebody, you need to ask them like, what do you do for a living? What's your goals? Like, don't just get them on the phone and tell them what this opportunity is about without trying to get to know them. Tell them a little bit about yourself and what you do. Like, I don't ever get off a call without somebody know that I'm also teaching. Like, I have a full-time job and I'm a full-time Forex trader. So they know that I'm a real person because I'm doing real things. I'm connecting with them and asking about their life while telling them about mine as well. So after the prospecting part, after you prospect, you end up launching because they sign up. So how do you continue to build that relationship after you prospected them and they joined your business? It's impact. Remember, it's always impact over income. So don't get confused by trying to build a team and thinking about the money, because when you're thinking about the money, then you're going to lose everything that you have because you're losing what your initial purpose was to begin with. So everything needs to stand on the forefront of what your purpose is in this. And that's to impact people. So if you lose sight of that, then you're going to lose sight of your business and you're going to lose your business. So to continue to build that relationship, you need to make sure that you're actually getting them started. That's the most important part. I've seen or I've come across people who don't actually launch their people the correct way or don't know how to launch still. If you don't know how to launch, then you need to be on Sunday calls until you figure it out. You need to hit up your mentor and bother the hell out of them until you figure out how to launch people, because that is the first thing people see when they join your business. If they don't get launched right and they don't have the apps that they need, they don't know what to go to on Discord. There's people that still ask me where to find stuff in Discord. You should know that, because you should have been launched right. So that is a part of making sure that they have everything they need to be successful. Walk them through the Discord, join them, tell them what they need to sign up with, all the apps, all the broker, everything. When I launch somebody, I stay on the phone with them until I have everything in day one completed. So that means that I've walked them through how to get to their basic academy videos. I walked them through how to set up their broker account, their MT4 account, everything that they need. Because now they know, like, dang, if she just sat on the phone with me for an hour or two so I could get all my stuff set up, like, she really cared. Because I could have just got off the phone. It's a launch PowerPoint in Discord, and I could have said, go read the launch PowerPoint. But it's not about that. It's about creating a relationship. That makes somebody know that it's not just about the sign up, that you actually care about that person because you sat on the phone with them and you actually helped them get started through everything they need to do. And after they do that, if they have questions, you need to make sure that you get back on the phone with them after they finish their basic videos. So that after they finish their basic videos, you know what it is that they need help with. If you don't have the answer for it, reach out to somebody who's been in this opportunity a long time. They can help you help give the answer to the people. So always reach out to the people that are ahead of you, right? So how does it stay strong? How do you keep it as business partners and change it from business partner to being family, right? Laying the foundation is not where it ends. There's always room to add more bricks. So like I said, bricks is what keeps the house together. So how do you do this? Weekly check-ins. Anybody that you bring into this business, it doesn't matter if it's your personal sign up or if it's other people that signed up in your business. So this is not just about your personals. This is about your personals. And it keeps going down the line. So if you don't know, and I just talked to people recently about this, if you don't know your team and you don't know who's underneath you, you don't have majority of their number, especially if you're a P600 or at least a P600, P1, you should have everybody's number in your business. And if you don't, that means you're not building relationships because you haven't reached out to them if you don't have their number. So you should be doing weekly check-ins with your team, finding out more about them. Like I said, their hobbies and their goals. What do they like to do? Is their family good? Like, check on people because you don't know what people are going through. And if you're actually checking in with them and seeing how they're doing, then you're actually building that relationship. Now they feel comfortable enough to be able to come to you if they need something. But if you're not reaching out to them and keeping that relationship, then you'll never hear from them. So in order to keep it strong, you got to keep laying more bricks. You got to keep building, right? So the house and the empire. Be sure you are staying in contact with your personally enrolled family members as well as their personally enrolled family members. This is what creates a house. So you're building a team, like as you can see on the right, like it starts with you. And then you build a team of people. That team becomes your house. Who lives in a house? A family. We are all family. So imagine that we are just all living in a house that we've built a foundation on because we've all built relationships with each other. So now we can live happily in a house, right? So just remember that it's not about the sign up. You have to build relationships with people. Those relationships are important, and it literally takes you a long way in this business. Don't forget what we're doing this for. It's impact over income. Yes, the money is gonna come with it, but remember that it's more important for you to live by your purpose, by impacting other people in a positive way, rather than just getting somebody to sign up so you can hit the next rank. Because I can care less about the next rank. I'd rather know that I've helped people out before I hit Platinum 5000. So if it takes me checking in with more people and building more relationships before I get to the next goal faster, then that's what I'm gonna do. Because it's more about impacting people and making sure they're making money, making sure that they're good before it's about me hitting Platinum 5000 next. So just to end, my spiel I wanted to end it with the scripture because I definitely, walk by faith and believe in God, and that's what takes me a long ways, and that's what I stand firm on, even in this business, because without him, there's nowhere, I wouldn't even be where I'm at today. So one thing I want to end with is Matthew 22:39, and that is love your neighbor as you love as yourself. So remember, when you are getting people in this opportunity, you have to love on them the way that you want somebody to love on you. You have to give them the same love that you receive when you join, because I can guarantee you that when you joined, you received love from somebody. And if you didn't, my apologies on whoever's behalf it was. But I know for a fact that our family, majority of our family, you are going to see genuine love from each and every person, and it's going to feel like a family. So remember, when you're signing up your next person, to give them the same love that somebody showed you, because that is going to take not only you a long way, but that is going to take the next person a long way as well. So with that being said, I have finished my portion of this, but the next person that I'm actually about to bring up is phenomenal. Like, when he speaks, and he is about to drop heat on y'all. So before I even introduce, I gotta tell you a little something about him. So the first time we met was in London, right? And this dude has crazy content. Like, everywhere he goes, it's like camera, video, everything is gonna be video. And I'm like, dang, like, I ain't never seen nobody that's like getting this much mad content everywhere they go. Like, when I tell you, this man probably has content till 2021, like he could post something every day for the next year. But the crazy thing is that his work ethic is so crazy, and he's definitely dedicated. He's definitely motivated. He's genuine about everything that he does. And I don't have, without a doubt in my mind, that he is going to be C10 before he leaves Houston. But without further ado, I need y'all to drop some 777s in the chat before I welcome the next person. Like, show him some love before I actually say his name. Because when I say his name, y'all need to be wide-eyed, bushy tail, whatever it is, ears open, notes ready to be taken. Before I say his name, I need some more 777s in the chat. 777s in the chat for my guy, the next C10 that I know, my guy, Mason Monopoly. Take it away, my brother. Let me make you host.
Sheesh, guys, I don't even need it, but I'm good. You good as the host, Marche. Wi-Fi is a little, what I'm saying, in the trade house. We want to stay with your Wi-Fi. But guys, please drop some fives in the chat for Marche. Drop some chats in the chat for Marche, because she talks really highly about me, but she's somebody who literally is on the grind every single day. Like, one of the literally top lady bosses that we have in our business. Being organized, keeping everything structured. I even go to her sometimes just to talk to her about, how to stay organized and different things like that. So please, drop some fives in the chat. And, before we even get started, I need to make sure that everybody, they got their cameras off, because, the first thing about success is just being uncomfortable. So if you don't got your camera, on, that means that, you don't want anybody to see you. That means that, you must be a little bit, not comfortable. So with that being said, get uncomfortable, take the camera off. And, first thing that we want to write down in our notes is skills that pay the bills, right? Everybody's on this call right now because they want the skills that pay the bills, right? And I got a couple skills that, everybody has that will be able to make them money, because what you guys got to realize is that you already have skills, you already have superpowers that are going to make you money, right? So you're coming into this business trying to learn a new skill, right? You're coming into this business trying to learn a new skill, but you already have skills that will make you money. So if that makes sense, drop some sevens in the chat before we even get started, because a lot of times we overlook the skills that we even have before we come into this business, right? We think that we need to come into this business and become, the master trader, or we can't use the skills that we have. We need to learn everything new. No, we don't have to learn anything new. All we have to do is take the skills that we already have and apply them to a new business, apply them to new priorities, and now you'll be able to start making money, right? So the first skill that I want to talk about And what I want you guys to write down is time management, right? Time management is a skill, right? And it's a very important skill to have as an entrepreneur, as an investor, as anybody who is not trying to rely on giving away all their time to be able to make money, right? Time management, right? We can't play with our time, family. Just like we can't play with this business. We can't play with this opportunity. We can't play with our time, right? One thing I want you guys to write down is nobody is too busy, right? A lot of people say they're busy, right? Oh, I'm busy. I can't do this. Oh, I can't sit down and go through a launch call with you right now. Oh, I can't go into the Discord chat. I can't wake up. I'm busy. I can't do that. Nobody's too busy. It's just a matter of priorities, right? Write that down, right? Nobody's too busy. It's just a matter of priorities. So right now, you're not prioritizing this business. Right now, you're not prioritizing your financial freedom. Right now, you're not prioritizing becoming a better trader, right? Because you're too busy. Right? So it's okay if you're busy, but make sure that you're busy with your priorities. So before we even continue to go on, drop some threes in the chat if that makes sense, because nobody's too busy, right? Nobody's too busy for this business. I promise you that. All you have to do is change your priorities around a little bit, right? My mentor told me, right? I actually read this in a book. It said, either you run your day or your day runs you, right? Write that down. Like either you run your day or your day is going to run you. What do you have to do today? Be in control of your day each and every day. That comes with time management, right? Don't let your day run you. You should have everything set up where okay, this is what I'm doing at this time. This is nothing should be popping up like, oh, my day is taking over. No, my day is not taking over. I'm taking over my day, right? All time management just begins with planning, right? You have to start planning things out, right? If you know that Coffee and Pips is live every single day, at 7 a.m. Eastern, 6 a.m. Central, you should have an alarm set. You should be planning. If you know that you have to run around with your family or run around with your kids, or, you have some things that you need to do, right? You should be planning ahead of time, scheduling out your priorities so that you can be able to see success in whatever you want to do, right? Schedule your priorities. Don't prioritize your schedule, right? I'm going to say that one more time. Because I don't want that to go over I don't want that to go over y'all head, right? Schedule your priorities, right? Don't prioritize your schedule, right? Because the things that you have on your schedule might not even be important. They might not even be a priority to your success. They might not even be what is actually going to get you to the next level, right? So the first thing that we want to talk about is time management, right? Secondly, we want to talk about strategic thinking. Right? Skills that pay the bills, strategic thinking, right? Growing up, before I was even in this business, my mom, she always used to ask me, Mason, how did you get a 3.0 or a 4.0 GPA? How did you do, how do you do this? How are you able to do this? Oh, how did you do this? You never go to, think smarter, not harder, right? Strategic thinking, right? Think smarter, not harder. A lot of people are like, I don't know how to hit, P600 in this company. Can't get 12 people to join this business. So think smarter. Why don't you help 3 people get 3 people? Why don't you run some type of promo? Why don't you run some more calls, right? Think a little bit smarter, right? All you have to do is think smarter, right? Create solutions, right? Create solutions, identify problems, and reveal opportunities for growth, right? See, a lot of us are scared of our own success. I'll be 100% honest with you. I was on a call with somebody who was looking to join the business, and he taught me something. And he didn't even know he taught me something. Or he gave me a nug, and I took the nug and I ran with it. And he's not even in the business yet. He said, the problem with people is, they're scared of their own success. So you start making up excuses. You start thinking you're not smart enough. You start, out planning yourself, right? Because you're scared, or some people are scared to be successful. Right? Create those solutions, identify the problems, and look for opportunities of growth. If it's not within you, let it be within somebody else. Right? So the first thing is time management. The second thing is strategic thinking. Right? The third thing is resilience. Right? What does resilience mean? The capacity to recover quickly from difficulties. Right? That's in any business. Right? That's literally in any business, right? Or anything in life, resilience. Right? When you get knocked down, how are you going to get back up? How do you deal with difficulties, right? And not just how you deal with difficulties, how fast do you overcome these difficulties, right? That's what it's about when you're an entrepreneur. That's what it's about when you're a business owner, right? That's what it's about when you're successful. How fast can you recover, right? Because life doesn't get easier, right? We get stronger and we get more resilient. Nothing in your life is going to get easier. More money, more problems. Like Biggie Small said, right? More money, more problems. You hear people talk about rich people problems. You're still going to have issues. You're still going to go through obstacles, right? So life isn't going to get easier, right? You get stronger and more resilient, right? That's a skill trait that pays the bills, right? Resilience is based on your compassion for yourself and your compassion for others. Right. So you have to be compassionate about you have to be compassionate about your success. You need to live and breathe the fact that you want to be successful and nothing's going to stop you. You know, nobody on Instagram who's saying, oh, this business is a scam, or nobody telling you, oh, you know, I don't want to, like, nothing can stop you. You know, your parents, your mom, your dad, like somebody telling you, your loved one, anybody who's trying to stop what you have going on. Right. You can't let it affect you. Right? You need to have compassion towards your success. And if you can't do it for yourself, do it for somebody else. The crazy thing is you can see so much success in this business just for doing something for somebody else. Right? And a lot of us aren't used to that. You're not used to going to your job, doing something for somebody else at your job who's the same level as you. Right? You're doing something for your boss. You're doing something for whoever's above you, but somebody who's the same level as you. You're competing with them. Right? You're competing with the person who sits next to you at your desk. Right? In this business, you're not competing with this person. You're actually helping them. Right? Start where you are. Right? Write these three things down. Right? For resilience. Right? Start where you are. Use what you have, and do what you can. Right? So start where you are. If you come into this business and you're a customer right now, right? Start as a customer. Right? If you're coming into this business and you're an IBO, start as an IBO. Use what you have. You have resources. You have educators who are 6-7-figure earners who go live every single day and trade with you, right? You have people who are making hundreds and thousands of dollars a day on the comp plan, who are literally hopping up on calls with you every single day, explaining exactly how they did it, right? Start where you are, use what you have, and do what you can, right? Do what you can. Do what you can. Think a lot bigger, a lot sooner. Right? Think a lot bigger, a lot sooner. Because in your mind, you can do anything. So if in your mind you can do anything, that means in real life, you can bring that to life as well. You just have to believe in it. You have to have faith. If you're not having success in this business right now, that means that your belief level is really low. That's it. You don't have high faith in building this business. You don't have high faith in trading. That's why you're not seeing success. Right? A quote that I like to say is, go as far as you can see, right? When you get there, you'll be able to see farther. If that makes sense, drop a 7 in the chat, right? Go as far as you can see. When you get there, you'll be able to see further, right? If that makes sense, drop a 7 in the chat, right? So what that's saying is, push yourself as hard as you can. Because when you push yourself as hard as you can, you're going to start seeing new things, new results that you couldn't see until you got there. Because your success, your life, your vision is going to always continue to grow. Right? You never know how strong you are until being strong is the only choice you have. Right? So if you're not all in this business right now, if you haven't put, your faith on the line for this business, right, you're not going to develop any type of trait that's going to build resilience, right? Because you're never going to know how strong you actually are, right? They tell you all the time, when you have your back against the wall, that's when you're really going to know how strong you are, right? So do that. Put your back against the wall, right? Put yourself in the position. Get up on an op call. Take that first trade, right? Without somebody helping you. Right? Put your back against the wall and see how strong you really are. Right? So the first thing that we have is time management. Right? The second thing that we have is strategic thinking. Right? The third thing that we have is resilience. Right? The fourth thing that we have is communication. Right? Communication is the biggest. I want you to start this right now. Communication is the biggest skill that will pay the bill. Everybody in this business right now can make hundreds and thousands of dollars every single month if you develop communication skills. You don't have to become the best trader. All you have to do is become the best withdrawer. If that makes sense, drop a 5 in the chat. You don't have to become the best trader. All you have to do is become really good at making withdrawals. That's it. You withdraw every week. You withdraw 20 cash, 50 cash. You withdraw 100. You withdraw 1,000. You don't have to become a best trader. You have to become good at withdrawing money. Right? If you want to make money based on a skill set, develop communication. Right? I'm making, about almost $2,000 a month, about a smack P2, not based on me being the best trader, based on communication, because that's a skill set that I focus on a lot. Right? So with communication, right, there's actually 4 factors that go into communication. Right? So the first factor that goes into communication, if you want to develop this skill, is you have to be a good listener. You have to be a good listener. Right? Not just listening and understanding, right, what's spoken and what's written, but understanding how the speaker actually feels. That's listening to somebody. When you listen to somebody, you understand exactly how they feel. Right? If you want to be good at communication, you have to be good at listening. You have to be good at listening to people's problems. You have to be good at listening to the people who, have the success that you want, and now they're telling you exactly how it's done. Like, you need to be good at listening. Even if you want to be a good trader, you have to be good at listening. You can't get on to go live and be a bad listener, or hop onto a trading call and not have good listening skills and think you're going to retain information. Because it's not fully about what's being said. It's about what you understand. Right? It can't go in one ear and out the other. Right? That's why writing things down is so important. Right? The next skill or the next factor, I should say, that goes into communication is something called straight talking. Right? Straight talking is having simple, friendly combos. Right? Because talking to people, right, even if it's about what they're doing in their life, building some type of relationship with them, like Marche said, right, actually builds mutual trust. Right? And when you actually straight talk to people and you just see what's going on, you'll be able to detect their problems naturally. Right? Because you're talking to them, now you're listening and you're seeing what their problems are. Right? The third thing that goes into communication is nonverbal communication. Right? Your body language, your facial expressions, right? How excited you are. Right? If you're talking to somebody like this, yo, guys, I can't even explain to you how much is going on. Or if you're talking to somebody like this, yeah, guys, I can't really, explain how much is going on to you guys. It has a different effect. It has a different impact. Right? So communication is not always just verbal. Right? It could be how we present ourselves. It could be, if we're talking with our hands, it could be, us giving certain emphasis on certain words, or how we look. Right? How we look, not even words, really how we look. Somebody can say something to you, you make a facial expression, right? That kind of turns them off. Like, why they make that facial expression? Right? So nonverbal communication is very important. And then the last thing that goes into communication is your emotional control. Right? And I need you to star this one right now. I need you to star emotional control. Right? Because we don't understand this, but our decisions are guided by our emotions. So having control of your emotions, right, provides you with skills and tools to understand others and yourself and what message they're trying to send. Right? You need some type of emotional control when it comes to communication. You need to understand emotionally how this person feels when they're speaking. Right? Because somebody might be pouring out their heart to you. They might be telling you all their problems, right? And you have no type of emotional control. So you might take it as disrespect. You might get emotional with them, and you might not understand exactly why this person is doing this. So you can't really communicate with them. The biggest thing in communication is understanding why somebody is in the position that they're in, understand why somebody is saying something. Right. I know personally, me as a person, I'm very, to say, not emotionless, but, I understand why people do certain things. So when somebody says something to me or somebody does something, maybe that other people would take negatively, I don't even take it negatively. I just sit down and examine why they did it. Like, okay, I understand why a person did this. It makes sense to me. I'm not saying it's right or wrong, but I understand. When you start to understand people, understand why they're doing something, your communication skills will increase tremendously, and you will start seeing a lot of success through that skill, right? So how do you improve your communication? There's 4 different things that I want to go over. So the first thing that you do to actually improve your communication is you want to listen with empathy. You don't want to listen to people. Like, the worst thing that I hate is when somebody says they're listening to me and their face tells me that they have an attitude. You're not really listening to me. There's no communication here, right? You have to listen with some type of empathy, some type of understanding. You can't just be like, yeah, yeah, I hear you, bro. You're telling me, you hate your job, yeah, I get it. But, no, you have to listen with some type of empathy. Yo, I understand what you're going through, bro. I really actually, I was in that position at one point, and I actually, feel what you feel right now. Don't just listen to the person, right? The next thing that you do to actually improve your communication is speak up. I tell people all the time, like my mom told me, closed mouths don't get fed, right? You have to speak up. It begins with you. Communication begins with you. If you want something to be done, or you want a message to be brought across, don't allow somebody else to have control of that. Speak up, right? The next thing that improves your communication, like my guy, De Niro Irv always says, is the 5 Ps, right? The 5 Ps, right? Proper preparation prevents poor performance, right? If you want to improve your communication, prepare, right? Come correct. Because you hop on the phone, you start talking to somebody or communicating with somebody, and now you're just thinking about what you were going to say. There's no proper preparation here. Proper preparation prevents poor performance. The last thing to improve your communication is be ready for different answers. How do you be ready for different answers? You have to be knowledgeable. Somebody might throw a curveball at you. Somebody might ask you a question that you don't know. You need to be ready and alert for people to ask you different types of questions, and you need to have different types of answers, right? Maybe even if you fully don't know exactly, the answer that the person wants, you need to have a different answer for them. Some type of new information. You can't keep giving people the same answer over and over again, especially if they're not joining your business, right? The next thing, so just to go from the beginning, right? We have time management, strategic thinking, right? Resilience, communication. The next thing that we have, and the last thing, because I don't want to, hold you guys for too long, is focus, right? Like, focus is a skill set that will pay the bills. If you want to make money, be focused. Be focused on the Discord. Be focused on the go lives. Be focused in your list. Be focused in your dreams and your success. I spoke to somebody before, and they said, bro, I'm focused on this business. I'm focused on my success. I've hit people up to join this business, but I don't want to pressure them. I don't want to, I don't want them to not like me. I don't want them to, block my phone number. I don't want them to, right? And I'm just thinking in my head, and I'm like, I had to think to myself, because when I first started the business, I felt that way as well. Like, I'm not going to hit up, my boy, 3 times this month and see, what he's doing and if he's interested in joining this business, because, I don't want him to feel some type of way. But what's more important, the person who's already hating on you's feelings or your own success? If we had to break it down and be, 100% transparent, right? And we kind of took our emotions and our feelings out of the window, what's more important? Somebody who's not in your business's feelings or your success, right? And I had to kind of get that in my head, and to the point where, now I'm in Texas, not around people who I was around my whole life, because I can't really care about how you feel at this point. It comes to a point where I need to provide for my family. I need to provide for the people who are counting on me. So if it comes down to that, you know, you might have to block my number, bro. You know, we used to be friends, but, you know, you might have to block my number. And it's okay because you're blocking a millionaire's number. If that makes sense, drop some ones in the chat. It's okay if you block my number. It's okay if your feelings are, you know, you're a little distressed or you're a little angry because I keep, you know, talking to you about joining my business, because at the end of the day, you're blocking a millionaire's phone number. You're telling a millionaire that you're not going to join their business. It's okay. Oh, block my number. Because the people who have my number, when I do hit 6 and 7 figures, are the people that were supposed to have my phone number. That's how God works. Everything happens for a reason, right? Everything happens for a reason. So focus on your success, focus on what can get you better, and focus on your situation, not somebody else's. Because a lot of people are in this business and are faced with some type of adversity or some type of situation or some type of challenge, but they're letting somebody else's feelings have a negative effect on their success. When I stopped letting other people, literally, I made a choice to go to Instagram and post videos every single day like I was Gary Vee. I did that. I was like, you know what? I'm the next Gary Vee. Like I'm the next, I'm gonna say whatever I want to say, and I'm gonna have people commenting and walking around talking whatever they want to talk about what I have to say, because my voice matters and the information that I'm giving out is important. And half of the information that's being said was something that you weren't even taught, like the government education, or you weren't even taught in your family growing up. So yes, I'm gonna be the building bridge between generational wealth and poverty. Yes, I'm going to do that. I'm going to focus on that, regardless if I'm making money or in trading or not, regardless if, you know, my business is building or not, right? I was posting every day on Instagram, building my business, focused on being a 6-figure earner before I had any success. Focus on what you want to be and what you want to do before you have it. And then once you get it, you won't feel like it's brand new. You'll know how to handle it. Because I promise you now, when everybody on this call becomes a millionaire, when everybody on this call becomes a 6-figure earner, if you're not already feel like a 6-figure earner, if you weren't already focused on a 6-figure earner, when you hit 6 figures, you won't be able to maintain it. So walk, talk, breathe, live, eat, sleep, and live like a millionaire before you are one. If that makes sense, drop some 7s in the chat, right? Because I promise you, if you focus on the things that you want, they will come. When I was an unranked customer, I said, you know what? I'm going to run calls for this business. And I focused on it. Now I'm running calls for the business. When I was in London and I was still a customer in the business, barely floating between P150 and 2 and free, I said, I'm going to be a P1000. I'm going to be a P2000. I focused on it. Now it's here. I said, I'm going to move to Texas. I said I was going to go to Texas and move to the trade house before there was a trade house. I said I was going to Houston, Texas to link up with the squad, before there was even a house for me to live in. And now I'm here. Focus on your success. Focus on the things that you want. Because what you think about becomes your reality. Stay true to your end goal, no matter what obstacle you face. If you wanna learn to focus, don't think about the problems. Think about the end. Think about the end goal. Don't think about what it takes to get to 6, 7. Just think about how life is gonna be when you hit 6, 7 figures. Don't focus on the adversity or the problems. Focus on the success. Focus on the end goal. Focus on the solutions, not the problems. Focus when you're learning new things, right? Your life is controlled by what you focus on. Focus on building the new you, not what you think the old you couldn't do, right? Write that down, right? Focus on building the new you. Stop focusing on what you think the old you couldn't do. Because you're coming into this business, and at the end of the day, if you want to see success in anything, you need growth, you need change. But you're so focused, the old you not completing what the new you can now do. Stop focusing on the old you. If you came into this business before you came into this business, anybody who's on this call, you joined this business because you wanted to change your life, right or wrong. Drop a 7 in the chat if that's true or not. Before you joined this business, I don't care what situation you were in. I don't care if you were trapping. I don't care if you were in college. I don't care if you had a job. I don't care what it is. But you came into this business for some type of change. You came to this business to become a better version of you. Before you were interested in this opportunity. You were interested in business because you wanted to change, because you wanted to do something different. But now you're in this business and you're not focused on the new you, you're still focused on the old you. So at this point, what you're doing is wasting time. And we can't play with time because time management is very important. So if you're sitting here wasting your time, that means you're wasting the new version of you. You see how all these things connect? You see how all these things are connected? So that means if you're not doing one thing that's on this list, that means you're not going to be able to do everything because everything is connected. If you can't focus, you can't have time management. If you can't communicate, then you can't build a business. If you can't strategically think, you won't have resilience. Right? So it's not something that you take from, you write down and you like, okay, I'm gonna start this, and now this is what I'm gonna do. No, you have to do all these things. If you want to live the lifestyle that you want to live, and the reason why you joined this business, you have to treat this business like you were working at your job. If you worked at your job 40 hours a week, you thought you was going to come into this business and work 10? What sense does that make? You think the person who owns the company that you work at, just because he's on vacation, that he's not working 60 hours a week? 80 at least. You don't think that he's waking up at 5 o'clock in the morning, doing 5 different business deals, flying to another country, then he has to have time management because now he has kids, he has a family. Oh, you need to do all these things, right? You need to literally sit down and look in the mirror and say, what do I want? What do I want? And now what skills do I need to develop to be able to get? If I want to be a chairman or a chairwoman, I need to develop my strategic thinking. I need to resilience. If I want to make $1 million in the market, I definitely need to build resilience because there's going to be a lot of difficulties. It's not going to get harder. I mean, it's not going to get easy. It's going to get harder, and you have to be resilient, like I said before. So with that being said, I don't want to hold you guys for too long. Oh, somebody right now is not mute. And I appreciate everybody for hopping onto this call because I promise you, in the next, do the things that I said. Right now, I need everybody to go to their group chat, whatever chat they're in, and say, we locked in. Like, I need you to go right in the, we locked in, right? Because we can't play with this, family. Like, we can't play with our time. We can't play with this business, and we need to be locked in. So right now, if you're not having the success that you want for the next 30 days, for the next 60 days, for the next 90 days, you need to be locked in, right? If you're in my business personally, you need to be in the chat right now saying, I'm locked in. You need to be in the Discord, I'm locked in, we locked in. Not I'm locked in, we locked in. If you're in the chat right now and you're not making money from trading, what you need to do is start developing your skills because you can make money from the skills that you already have. Right now, you just kind of worried about other people's feelings at this point. So I'll be 100% honest with you. If you over the age of 23 right now, 24, and you're still feeling like somebody's gonna block your number, we need to get a little bit more mature, family. We need to get more mature, not with our emotions, but with our success. Because I'll tell you now, I'm not gonna be 30 years old not financially free because because I didn't want somebody else to feel some type of way when I hit them up. I'm not gonna be in a position when I'm 30, 33 years old, 34 years old, or however old I am, and I have kids that are playing basketball, and I can't go to the basketball game because I gotta go to work. Because I didn't want to go live. I didn't want to wake up on Coffee and Pips and catch 500 pips for the week and make $5,000 this week. Like, if that makes sense, before we end it, everybody, right now, right in this chat, we locked in. We locked in. Right in this chat, we locked in. Or play no games. Play no games. Play no games, family. Play no games. So if you writing that you locked in, if you write and play no games, that means that tomorrow, right now, your alarm should be set already, bro. Like, I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. Like, if I go to my log right now, look, I have an alarm at 7 a.m. Then I have another one at 9 just in case. Then I have another one at 6:45 every single day. So then right now? I need everybody to take a screenshot of what their alarms look like and post it in their chat, because if you don't got no alarm set, then I have an alarm set for every call. I have an alarm set for go live. That's how real it is. Oh, Christopher Derry goes live at 2 a.m. Even if I don't hop on the call, I need to know that he goes live because I'm locked in. Like, I need to know. Like, even if I'm not trading, I need to know what's going on. If you don't know what's going on, you're not locked in. Everything is in the Discord chat. Everything is here. So right now, what you need to do is set up your alarms and make sure that for the next 30, 60, 90 days, you eliminate something or do something different that you haven't done. I'll be 100% transparent with all professionalism away. We not smoking or drinking for the 30 days. It's over for that. 4th of July, I don't care about none of that. 60, we not drinking, not speaking, not partying, not doing none of that. All we on the platform, we in personal development, we reading books, because that's how this business works. Sacrifice everything that you need to do production based activities. You shouldn't be busy, you should be productive. Right? A lot of people, I'm busy. No. Are you productive? What are you busy with? Get productive on me. Tell me that you've been on Go Live for 2 hours. Send me a chart. Go mark up a chart. What production have you done? If your call log still says yesterday, if your call log says yesterday, that means that you slacking. Who did you call today? Your call should never say yesterday. Like, who are you hit? Like, what productivity did we do today? And with that being said, family, we are finished for tonight. Appreciate you guys for, hopping onto this call. I appreciate Marche, for setting this up. And with that being said, we're actually going to be giving tons more value, for the rest of the week. So, just on a daily basis, make sure that you guys are plugged into the chat, because starting next week, we will be having 5 calls a day from all different leaders. So what does that mean? We locked in, family. What does that mean? We not playing with this, family. What does that mean? We not making excuses. What does that mean? We're not busy. We're prioritizing. Right? If we can do those things, I promise you the quantum leap will come. And with that being said, peace and love, family. Please make sure that you guys are plugged in. Coffee and every single day. If you're on my squad, please make sure, even if you're in the business, make sure that you guys are plugged in. Even this morning, I sent out personal trades that hit for take profit. Signals chat has been booming. So what do you have to do? Go tell somebody. Stop being selfish. Stop being selfish. The easiest way to make money in this business is to tell 3 people about it. That's it. The easiest way to make money in this business is to make it. You want to make what is it? Hold up, let's do it. It's really like 200 a month plus, because of bonuses. There's 12 months. You want to make an extra 2,500 for the year? Talk to 3 people. That's it. You want to make an extra 2,500 this year? in talk to 3 people. You want to make an extra 10 or extra 8, talk to 12 people. That's a lot easier than sitting and marking up the chart. I promise you that. So prioritize trading, prioritize building your business. Don't do one or the other, do both. And with that being said, family, peace and love. We out of here, Marche. You can end the call. You know, if y'all locked, oh, please, man, y'all, like, we can't play with this, family. Like, we really can't. Like, I'm gonna just keep saying that over and over and over and over and over again.